Shut up and sit down.
Hello and welcome to Thinking Out Loud. I'm your host, Sam Bradley, as always. First of a double show, we're talking movie trailers, super movie trailers, with artist Toby Rainbird Webb. How you doing, man?
Yeah, good.
You ready to chat?
Yeah, ready to chat about a lot of things.
About a lot of things. Well, let's start with something that you've been chatting to me quite a lot about, is the Alien Covenant trailer.
Is it chatting or pestering?
Pestering. Mainly.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, but I'll only talk about aliens.
I'm a big fan. I even like the third film. And
that was just Aliens 3.
Alien 3, yeah.
Right.
And, God, they've really gone all out with the advertising.
Yeah. They did with Prometheus, though, but Prometheus, I don't know, it was just a 6 out of 10 flick.
They kind of, yeah.
Because Ridley Scott's back on board and doing 3 more because he left it, and that's where they did all that weird Alien versus Predator shit.
Yeah.
And he came back and then said, no, we're gonna do it properly now.
I think the studios kind of went, look, mate, people come to like an Alien-style film for aliens, and I think there's
What's all this character building and
yeah,
shit?
I know. Which is what he's really good at, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the first trailer they released around Christmas, God, that was, that kind of kept you waiting and wondering what was going to happen in the film. Like Prometheus did, and then they never committed to a monster. Then the second trailer came out, and they really just showed all, and they've continuously just shown you every single possible monster you could.
Yeah, because in this one, I watched it. It's weird because I was at the where was I? Shit, I was at the gym, and they have the big TVs, and it just runs like Sky Sports or whatever. And the trailer came on, and I stopped and watched it without any sound, and I did think that, considering the original Alien was basically Jaws in space.
Yeah, and he even admitted to that in an interview.
They're showing the alien a hell of a lot. Like the top bit, we'll link to all the trailers, by the way, that we talk about in the description below. But they show the alien a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And it's CGI, and when he's banging on the glass.
Yeah.
Right at the end, and then there's a cut, but then they show it you again.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
is Ridley Scott directing it, or is he just producing it?
He is directing it.
Did he write it?
I don't think he did. No. I think it's one of those things where maybe there's something bigger going on. Maybe he's throwing us little bits.
Yeah, because they're all couples on the spaceship, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all couples. Which
they're there to colonise.
David's back, the robot from Prometheus.
Right. So where does this then fit in the timeline?
10 years afterwards, and I think it's we got a few more decades.
10 years after what?
After Prometheus. Then we got a few decades until Alien.
With Ridley?
Yeah.
Because I'm under the assumption that they find the guys from Prometheus in this one, because they seem to find like a downed ship, and she touches the dog tags.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know where it fit. I thought those were Ridley's dog tags, but I fucked up there.
Yeah. No, they're Shaw's. Well, that's what people are speculating. And I've been looking into a lot of spoilers, and I suspect that David is the main antagonist of the film.
Right. 1 second. Spoiler warning. It's all conjecture, and we're just thinking, but if you don't want it, if you want to know nothing, don't listen. And then listen. Cool. Okay, go. So you think, who's the main character?
David.
Or which guy say?
David's the android in the first film.
Is that Fassbender?
Yeah, he's playing 2 roles in it. He's playing 2 robots. He's playing Walter and David.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger played. The Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger plays in the second one is not the same one as the first one.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, right.
Yeah, and I suspect that they're trying to find a link between, like, trying to explain the origins of the alien kind of species, because they kind of touched on that in Prometheus.
Right. I'll be honest, I don't really remember Prometheus.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I saw it like twice.
Yeah.
Fell asleep the first time.
It's a good film. Like, I think it's a good film if you don't expect an alien film. Like, it's all about kind of our place in the world, and it's about the idea of God, and it's in no way about, like, people running from a space.
Shark, it's like Jaws, isn't it? Jaws is not about the shark. It's about a man's battle to find his place in the world.
Yeah.
And it's just Jaws has the best scene in any movie ever.
Yeah.
The bit where they're at the table with the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a kiss.
With the
and they're making the faces. Give me a kiss. Why? Because I need it. Oh God, it's good.
Yeah.
It's all Spielberg.
I love that bit when he's like. When he's sitting and he knows that something's going to happen with the shark.
On
and
the
that
beach.
Camera
when it goes up the
back
beach,
and zooms in on his face.
We've got that image in the a couple of the banner images, I think, on the Twitter and the YouTube. That when it meets him and he realises something on his watch, quite literally. Yeah, it's incredible. It's a really well shot, even for a Spielberg flick. It's really well shot. The scenes are really well put together. The way the camera... I tell you what, the camera moves in Jaws in a similar way as... You ever see Whiplash?
No.
The drumming film with J.K. Simmons. Are you rushing or are you dragging? Basically, he's a strict music teacher in one of these high-level American New York...
I've seen that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Miles Teller on the drums. And there's lots of scenes where he'll be playing and you'll get these really long flowing sort of scenes of them playing. But the minute J.K. Simmons, he does this thing, he makes that fist. Not quite my tempo. The you on drums, he'll say. And the camera just suddenly sweeps in to Miles Teller close up. It's that sudden realisation, something's gone wrong. Yeah, Jaws is a great movie. Let's just fucking watch Jaws and
let's
do it like not a fight companion, but like a movie companion.
Yeah, and then you'll get the disappointing ones like Jaws 3 if you continue to watch.
With Michael Caine. Oh, bloody hell.
No, that's 4.
Is that 4?
3 is Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid. Yeah. No, Michael Caine, it was considered his holiday film, wasn't he? Had a nice holiday. And...
Didn't he open the script, see Bahamas, see his name and was like, yep, that's for me.
Yeah. And a paycheck.
Yeah, man.
But I'm looking forward to it. I kind of feel I look for spoilers for films. I think you naturally do with something that's so dense as the Alien universe, and it's so vague as well, and what's happening. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm kind of disappointed that I've seen there's 2 main monsters in this film that they're advertising, and you've pretty much seen it all in the trailers and all their they're releasing something soon with Empire as well, the magazine.
Like a big behind the scenes you're going to see shit for that, because they dress sets for that, don't they?
There's been leaks on it, and they show and they discuss the characters like David Moore and what his role in the film is. But I think it would be a really good film. I think they're really pushing for it to be big.
I will definitely go and see. Will I? If there's nothing else out, May 15th. Yeah, that's alright.
There's nothing else. That's reassuring.
I'd love to sit down and watch Alien the original.
Oh, so good.
And then the second one, and then go back and watch Prometheus and Covenant.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, they've all got different tones. So with Prometheus in a way, it's kind of expected because Alien is a really good horror film.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens is a really good action film.
Mm-hmm.
Alien 3, I don't really know what's going on there, but there's a lot of stuff going on there, but I still enjoy it. It's kind of like the original. And Alien 4 is kind of like a dumb action film as well, but 2000s, late 90s. So Prometheus being what it was, and this one now being straight horror, it's alright. Mm-hmm. They kind of have different tones.
Yeah.
Should we move on from...
No, man, it's cool. I like to hear you talk about it because we haven't talked about it for so long. Well, the Alien Covenant comes out May 15th, I think. May 15th week.
So, and I'll be there. That'll
open to a lot. They're gonna make a third, aren't they?
They've put the Alien out there. We're all excited. We're not dealing with Prometheus anymore. We just get a little bit at the end. We're all rearing for it. So
awesome,
all
man.
Of us bizarre Alien fans.
That's cool. I'll come and see it probably if I have a problem. I can't say that without saying probably. I'll do it probably.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's go from something that I know Toby digs on to something that I really dig on. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
what is not to love?
I know.
One part that got me and reminded me why Marvel movies, when they're really good, can be really good. Where he says, "I'm nothing without the suit. If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it."
Yeah.
Oh, RDJ.
And you see in the trailer that he doesn't have it afterwards.
No, he has that Scarlet Spider type looking thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, and in a way, the trailers like Alien Covenant's kind of giving him a bit too much.
This is what I'm worried about. Now, I have 2 concerns that I bet they've given away the second act with that boat thing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's one that I've seen a lot. I'm glad, because I love it. Mm-hmm. But I would rather have seen it on screen. And second concern, are we seeing a bit too much Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Do we think he's in every other scene, practically?
I think the studio's kind of it almost feels like they're worried that the film won't be successful unless they throw Robert Downey Jr. in it. I think it's going to be really good, and I think his presence will really help with that. But I don't think we need that in the trailers as much.
No, I think if it's a Spider-Man and Iron Man film, I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
Just tell me it's a Spider-Man and Iron Man film, because at the minute I'm going in and I'm more invested between their relationship than the Vulture Spider-Man thing. I don't really want to see Spider-Man fighting on his own.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
But still, some great moments.
Yeah,
When
really good.
Ned puts the can I try the suit on? And he puts the the thing on. Another good point. They really got the business down of the universe. He puts the suit on and he clicks the thing in his chest and it... Of course that's how it works. Why have we had 70 years of comic books but no one's ever thought about, well, why does it look so well fitting and why does it never baggy or...
Yeah, and I think they like the Deadpool trailer as well when when he's in the... Have you seen that one?
Yeah, when he's in the phone booth.
Yeah, there's kind of a play on that, because Superman just runs into the phone booth in the originals and just, I'm here, I like the press on, and I like the... I think Sam Raimi had that kind of problem with trying to figure out how someone who has no money, who's in high school, is making all these devices. I think it's good that they brought in.
But he's friends with Tony Stark, so that makes sense.
And this Tony Stark in, which is cool.
His costume as well before he meets Stark, as we see a bit in Civil War. It's shit, isn't it? It's swimming goggles and a balaclava.
It's what I'd do if I was Spider-Man.
It's what I did do, man.
Yeah.
You did it when you were a kid. Try to make your own superhero outfit.
I have a story about that,
dude. Go on.
Well, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt in the car, and when I must have been 7, and I decided to dress up because I used to as a kid all the time, cowboys. All that kind of stuff. And I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so we got pulled over. And
what were you dressed as?
I was dressed as what I considered my own take on superheroes, which was... I didn't realise Ant-Man was a thing. I was 7.
Right.
Was Red Ant-Man, which was
cool.
Goggles,
nice,
but with red underwear on my head. And the police officer just tapped on the window, and I just remember... pulling the window down and going... And he went, "What the hell are you?" And I went, "I'm Red Ant-Man."
Okay.
And that was... So yeah, I probably... It's probably good I wouldn't be a superhero because I would have underwear on my head.
You would be arrested.
Yeah.
I once made an Iron Man suit out of cardboard. My mum and dad bought a load of kitchen units, so we had loads of cardboard. And I made... Not just a helmet. No. I had, I made myself some cardboard slippers.
Oh, wow.
Which slid onto... They were my boots. And then anklets that I taped onto myself. Couldn't get them off. Had to cut them off every time. And a body piece with... I should have gone into haberdashery or something because it's pretty detailed. And then a helmet, and I wore it in the street.
Really?
Everybody, even the girl next door laughed. There was a girl next door called Kiri, and she just saw me and was like, "What? Are you? Even I know that this is immature."
I made a Doctor Who film when I was 14.
Mate.
And we made cyber men out of cardboard banana boxes.
BA.
It's an awful film.
Have you still got it?
Yeah.
Well, is it on YouTube? Can we find it? Anyway?
No. I'm really worried that I gave out copies to friends who helped me make it.
Well, for sure, when you're famous, that's going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah, that's really going to come back because I am.
Would you rather that or a sex tape?
In some ways, a sex tape. I don't want that to ever be shown in the light of day. I watch it sometimes and I cringe.
Just to shock yourself, like a kick up the ass. That's fantastic. I used to really... In fact, I'm watching the Doctor Who's right back from when Christopher Eccleston started on Netflix. They're all on Netflix.
Best.
He was the best. He's better than David Tennant.
Yeah.
But I was so into it. My parents took me to this museum in Cardiff, and you could walk around Cardiff Bay where they shot that episode. Mm-hmm. And I had this long duster coat and spats and Converse, stripy trousers and jumper. I had a sonic screwdriver. It was incredible. It took 3 watch backs. It cost my dad £22.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really good though. I've still got it. Still got it in my bedside table just in case. That's closer to me than my inhaler.
Really?
Exactly.
That shows commitment.
Yeah, it's commitment to the bit.
Because Peter Capaldi's leaving Doctor Who.
Good.
On a side note of Doctor
Really?
Who.
He was always better as Malcolm Tucker.
Yeah, I liked him as Malcolm Tucker.
Yeah.
But
who's replacing him?
They don't know yet, but the bookie's favourite is... Did you ever watch My Family? Nick and My Family?
Was he also in Death in Paradise?
Yeah.
Okay.
I served him at the Greengrocers when I used to work there.
Mate.
I was starstruck because he was like Nick when I grew up watching.
Did you grow up watching My Family?
Yeah, and I had to sort out mushrooms for the man, and I got really starstruck and embarrassed and went, just have him
Well, my Richard
he's
E. Grant
apparently going to be
story.
Doctor Who. Yeah.
That was terrible. God. At least you were cooler than that. So he's going to be Doctor Who, is it?
They suspect he is, and I hope he is because he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
he seemed a nice guy when he was buying his groceries.
I think they should give it to Idris Elba if he doesn't get Bond.
Oh yeah,
don't say that would be terrifying.
I think he'd be a really good James Bond.
He's going to be an incredible Bond.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Bond. Are you a fan?
No,
not so
really.
much.
I kind of watched them. I watched Goldfinger a while back. We had a big conversation about it.
Goldfinger's a great one.
And it was an incredibly rapey film.
And that.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I'd seen it. I saw it when I was a kid, and there's a lot of misogyny in that film that you
Bond
kind
film?
of have to go along with. Yeah, and I think that's part of Bond, but Me and Alec, who's been on this before,
Yeah.
watched it with Reg, and we were all there like, oh my god, that's terrible. He like slaps a woman's ass and tells her to go
Yeah, he
away
does.
and things like that. And,
He's really bad.
but Goldfinger, I mean, like as a
Goldfinger's
villain, really
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Like,
really good.
Just take away just ignore all the 1960s misogyny.
Yeah.
It's a good film. Like,
Oh, you have to do that with like half the Bond films. So anyway, Spider-Man's going to be really good.
yeah,
I think it's got a pretty cut and dry plot. The Vulture. Apparently, the Vulture's supposed to be the villain in Sam Raimi's third.
yeah, that would have
Movie.
been better, I think. Like,
Well,
rather
then the
than
studio came in and went, "Oh no, you have to do Venom and whatnot," and then killed the
this
franchise.
and this, yeah.
But he was supposed to. In fact, there was a great. So you know, Bruce Campbell is in all of them.
Yeah,
There was supposed to be a montage at the beginning of Spider-Man 3 where he's bringing in classic comic book villains from the universe. So they're sort of saying he's established stuff, and he brings in Shocker, and then he brings in Mysterio, and he drags him to the desk, and the bowl falls off, and it's Bruce Campbell.
Oh wow,
That was supposed to be his thing.
that would have been good.
That would have been awesome. It's all storyboarded. But yeah, the Vulture's in it. I think he's a member of like this cleanup team who are designated with sweeping through New York, picking up alien technology on Tony Stark's orders to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, and he sort of thinks he gets jibbed. Herman Schultz is in that as well in the comic books, who is the Shocker.
Oh right.
So he's potentially going to pop up in this.
Oh, that'd be
which would be
good.
cool.
So hopefully, I'm hoping that they just kind of keep it at a minimal with the villains, because
Yeah.
like the Marvel universe have realised that you don't need to throw loads of villains at it now.
Marvel Universe villains, by and large, aren't very good.
No, they're not. And
In
that's
the
kind
movies,
of,
I should say.
yeah, and that's kind of I think that's kind of a strength in a way, because
Really?
yeah, I do.
That's not something you hear from fans of the MCU very much.
No, as much as I wanted to see Venom in like Spider-Man 3, I kind of didn't want to see him thrown in at the end. And I think like with
Oh, in Raimi's.
yeah, and I think like they kind of learned from that. And I mean the villains like what
Yeah, but they sold
Civil
it back to
War,
Marvel.
the villains weren't very good, but it was very much about the heroes, and they were exciting enough as it is. I mean, like, yeah, I thought it was good, and I think Spider-Man hopefully will keep with the same Marvel
Gusto.
formula, but refined and
Mm.
yeah. Spider-Man's a good character, you know.
Yeah, you can't really go far wrong with him. He is the best superhero.
Yeah,
Massive sweeping
that's a
statement alert.
statement. Like
For me, I think everyone who's bullied and likes comic books grew up with Spider-Man, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, my dad's like a big fan of Spider-Man, so.
Oh, really? My parents don't dig all that.
Yeah, my dad was always like, I related to Spider-Man more because he was poor and he got on with it. And
Was he wearing your mum's tights? Did you call him and he was just making his shit up to distract from the fact he's wearing women's clothes?
No, he's not that kind of man. He's not that committed to it.
He's not. He's a Spider-Man.
He's kind of one of those people who owns like an Eric Clapton CD and a Pink Floyd one, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
his.
they're
like,
both best of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So Spider-Man dropping June, July.
yeah. We'll just say that because
Yeah, it's summer. It's the big summer release.
It's going to
isn't
be
it?
a big summer release, and it's going to make loads of money.
Something I'm not as excited for is the next Marvel release, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not invested enough in them as characters because I never read the comic books half as much as everyone else. But I don't know. It just
No
seems
one
like
read
more
the
of the
comic
same.
books. Let's be honest. I kind of went like, "What? Who are these people?" Like, they couldn't fail with that kind of formula. You know, you don't
Yeah.
really know the characters. You can bring new audiences in.
And there's nothing wrong with formulaic, but I don't know. I'm just not excited about it.
Oh.
I don't know why. It looks like it's not going to suck.
Do you know what it is? It's because
It's going to set a lot of stuff up.
Since the first one was released, every single film has tried to copy that soundtrack
With the
base.
needle drops and, well, yeah, Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Most
and
notably.
we were talking about King Kong's even followed that. Like,
Dude, let's review Kong Skull Island. There will be spoilers here. We've
Yeah.
both seen it. What did you think?
It was good. Yeah, I like Peter Jackson's universe better, as I was saying before, but man, like John C. Reilly just kind of kept that film going in a really good direction.
Do you see what was on the back of his jacket?
No,
It's for your health.
Oh.
From Dr. Steve Brule, that character on the Tim and Eric show.
Oh god, of course, yeah.
Hey, stupid, don't run if it makes you sweaty.
Yeah.
Dr. Steve Brule, it's for your health.
Don't worry about your gender.
Yeah, he was really good in it.
Yeah, he was really good. I think like a lot of characters were a bit too dimensional. Like Samuel L. Jackson, he was just kind of mad.
Yeah, but it had to
But
be. That's all
you
it.
needed a villain. You know, you needed someone who was the antagonist of nature, and yeah, it was a good film. Terrible. This is where I'm going to contradict what I've said previously. Terrible villains. Terrible.
Yeah, other than because Kong's not really a villain, is he?
No, the lizard things. No, didn't do it for me. I
Skull.
wanted dinosaurs, man.
Skull walkers. Yeah, why not dinosaurs?
Yeah, I know. Like dinosaurs are cool. I mean, like Jurassic World's come out recently. I mean, dinosaurs have a place in.
That was shit though.
Yeah.
Jurassic World was really poor.
Yeah, I know. But
Not.
dinosaurs. You know, If anything,
It's not an argument anymore,
dinosaurs. Like,
Toby.
I don't know. I grew up.
It's not 1995.
Yeah, I know.
Dinosaurs.
Well, you know, like fucking
We've seen worlds fall from the sky.
Jurassic Park 3 was pretty bad as well. Like,
Jurassic Park
but
3.
dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park 3 gets a bad rep. I like that movie.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Inside the dinosaur's
toilet.
stomach.
Yeah. And they find it in the poo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's a
nice.
good phone, or whatever that phone was.
It was like Nokia, wasn't it? Like,
Of course, yeah. It's all.
Yeah.
I've always wanted one of those. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted a satellite phone so I could, you stick
Yeah.
the area up.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so appealing.
Yeah, I didn't like that film. I didn't even like it when I was a kid, but I loved the merchandise. I had all the Lego Jurassic Park free stuff. That was good.
So it was designed to sell toys, wasn't it? After the
Yeah.
first one, they were all to sell toys.
What was with that weird kind of dream sequence as well, where the Velociraptors talking
Alan.
to them and playing Alan?
There's a great vlogger on YouTube called Nostalgia Critic, and we'll link him in the description below. But he has this running thing in one of his seasons of his show that he does a show on it, and he does a bit on that. A riff on that dream sequence, but then every time he'll like open a fridge in a whole other episode, it'll just it'll come out of the fridge. It's really funny.
Oh,
Doug
man.
Walker is a funny guy.
I'm gonna check that
You
out.
should check that out. He does reviews and stuff. Yeah, he's a really funny guy.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Jurassic World. Oh, Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
Overall though, I
We
think
were originally
7
talking about something else though.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the
It's out
Galaxy.
soon. If you want to see it,
Kurt
you'll
Russell. That's why
see it.
I'm.
We hate Kurt Russell on the show. Like the second show, yeah, I'm not invested in his career. Sorry,
I'm
Kurt.
not. Death Proof was alright. Like,
Death Proof was brilliant.
Yeah. We should watch that after this. Like
Man, yeah.
that and Jaws. Like
I'll watch Jaws. I'll watch Jaws now and just come back to the mic when we were finished. We were talking about, Kong. I liked it. I think 7 or 8 out of 10 movie. Everyone did. There was a really good cast.
yeah.
Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, John Goodman,
John Goodman's always a like
Samuel L.
always on
Jackson,
point. Yeah.
John C. Reilly, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the a female character? I didn't even
It
get
was
a
Brie
name.
Larson.
Oh really?
She's going to be Captain Marvel in the MCU.
Oh cool.
She was in Room.
good.
That's a really good film.
Yeah. Hang on. The Room or Room?
Room.
The one with the
Not Tommy
child.
Wiseau. Yeah, the one with the child.
Yeah. God, that's a dark
You're
film.
tearing me apart, Lisa.
You're telling me apart. I watched that recently
in
for
it.
the first time. God, that's an amazingly awful film.
Was it better than your Doctor Who one?
In a way, yeah, because at least
In
I
a way.
tried, you know?
That was so David Brent, in a way.
Oh, what you doing out here, Mark?
I did not
I'm just
hear-
thinking.
Okay, no one wants to listen
Yeah,
to
no
this.
one wants to listen to that. Okay. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, King Kong. I would watch King Kong. It is still out in the cinema. Is it still out in the cinema?
It's been out for a while. I think you could probably I think you can catch it on that Sky Store.
Yeah.
They're teasing it on that, so it's probably about 2 or 3 months away from DVD. But
It's a real kind of blockbuster, kind of popcorn movie. I liked it.
yeah, really good.
Seriously, like John C. Reilly was so good in that film.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Like,
Yeah.
like-
No, that was badass.
yeah.
I'd tell you something else. I'm just tangenting off for a little bit. Something else that's kind of like that sort of franchise. Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's so good.
I really like the first of the new ones. I
Yeah.
sort of like the second of the new ones, and this new one looks like it's going to be a full-on war. Woody Harrelson. I like that they get a showpiece actor to lead every single one.
Yeah.
James Franco, and then it was Gary Oldman. Now it's Woody Harrelson.
Gary Oldman didn't really. He kind of was advertised as having a bigger role.
Yeah.
He didn't really do anything.
I think
He
they
just
should have
kinda-
made him play the other guy's role.
Yeah, that'd
Swap
be cool. Like Gary Oldman was really wasted in that film.
that. Yeah,
I thought it
maybe
was-
they couldn't afford him for that long because
Yeah.
the first one didn't do that well. I mean, it
Yeah.
did well. I don't know as it did crazy stupid
I
money.
didn't really like the first one that much. I thought it was
Really?
good. Like I watched some of the original kind of Planet of the Apes with the fucking prosthetics. And
Yeah, and the guys
First one
the
is
guys in the
flawless.
background have got like bags on their heads
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I think the first one's great. Then when it starts going into like under the Planet of the Apes and all that stuff, it's kind of a bit. Yeah,
There's shitloads of them. Isn't there? There's like 14 now with
I
these
have
new
the
ones.
whole collection of them. So
Well, there's a movie marathon.
yeah,
Aren't the first two are
commit.
great? Aren't they? The first one's in the archive of National Cinema. I think that's what it's called. It's like in
Yeah.
some vault, in case the world goes up and we need to learn about civilization. They
Yeah.
put Planet of the Apes and fucking Toy
if
Story.
Planet of
in.
the Apes actually happens, then we'll have to like.
And they,
we'll have
what
to
if they
commit,
would
like-
think it was a documentary?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be
And
nuts.
I didn't like the fucking what was it? What was this? What's the director? Edward Scissorhands. I'm really,
Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
I thought it was great. That's one of my favourite Tim Burton movies.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
really.
like Mark Wahlberg in that film. Like he's just so flat and. I don't
Helena Bonham Carter's good.
Yeah,
in that,
she's good in that, and I think like
Tim Roth as well.
Tim Roth, I was going to say that. Yeah, he's well good, and yeah, that film is a bit. I kind of used to like watching it occasionally as a kid, but I knew it was not great. A bit like the film The Time Machine. I kind of watch it, but it's like
With Samantha Mumba.
yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. Alright, moving on to something really exciting. As we seem to be doing a lot. Thor Ragnarok.
It's just a good year. It's
just a good year. Remember we only got one Marvel movie a year? And now we've got like 5.
Yeah. Do you want to start with this one? Because you're more of a fan. Like...
I am a big fan. I was never a big fan of Thor. I like what he brought to a group piece, but I'd never liked Thor on his own. I think the first 2 Thor movies, despite giving us Loki, have been among the weakest in the MCU.
I hate him. Like...
I don't hate them, I just think they're a bit imbalanced. And I'm finally really excited for a Thor movie.
Yeah.
It looks like space trucking, but with Bruce Banner and Thor.
Yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum's in it.
Yeah.
And it's such a well-pitched trailer. It has that Marvel humour, but it also has that gravitas. It has a good needle drop, Immigrant Song. It has a kick-ass villain with Cate Blanchett as Hera, we're led to believe. And she just looks absolutely perfect when she catches the hammer.
Just smashes it. Like,
so good.
What a good way to kind of start it off as well, I think, is like just kind of stripping back the character. Because the problem I think I had with Thor in the first one is it's just kind of, I don't know, he was just kind of like jumping from his universe with his kind of like almost kind of campy, boisterous friends. Yeah. And then they just hang out in the desert and then like
in
stuff
New Mexico,
happens.
Yeah.
Like, and I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit shit.
Did you like the second one with Christopher Eccleston?
I like Christopher Eccleston. I don't think he was well cast in that film.
No,
it was kind of like, who is this guy? And like, there was no character development. There was no. I just didn't care. Like I kind of almost forgot he was in that film.
Yeah.
I mean, cool prosthetics on his face, but
for sure,
you know, it's a fucking big blockbuster film. It's gonna have a lot of stuff like that. Wasn't the Game of Thrones directors who did that?
It was the Game of Thrones because it was Kenneth Branagh. The reason I liked the first one is because Kenneth Branagh, the Shakespearean actor and director. Directed it like a Shakespearean tragedy, you know, brothers falling out, the love of the father, the sins of the father because one's adopted. Great themes. And when it is just Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Anthony Hopkins, 2 of which are very Shakespearean actors anyway, good pedigree, going at each other, telling about, you know, man and God and the place of the Trinity. That's brilliant. But when it's like, and now we're going to fight the frost giants. Well, I don't care what a frost giant is. I don't care that Loki is a frost giant, but that's never really mentioned again because now he's a sort of human wizard.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I read the comic books a lot more, again, as a kid I didn't really read. I would always read Iron Man and Captain America over Thor.
Because those are the cool ones. Like,
yeah.
Thor's
but
campy.
Thor should be cool. And it looks like they're directing like a Star Wars movie.
I think I like Thor when he was, what is it, in the Avengers. He's really good in the Avengers.
In the second Avengers, he's really good.
Yeah, he's really good in that. And I think it's the same thing with the Hulk. The Hulk kind of needs people there. So to have the Hulk in this film is going to be really cool. Yeah. And after watching the cartoon Planet Hulk...
Tell us about that.
Oh, well...
Because there's a series of animated Marvel movies which have got real critical regard.
Yeah.
People think they're amazing. And they exist totally outside, and they're much more literal interpretations of the comic books because they're aimed at a younger audience, we're led to believe. So you've seen Planet Hulk. I think I've seen it once or twice, and then I've seen a lot of best bits with a friend of ours.
I felt tricked into seeing it by a friend of ours. I went round. If he's listening, it was an interesting experience.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
I did. We had steak, so like that was already like.
So you were already on like a +8.
Yeah, it was really good, and. Yeah, I learnt more about the Marvel universe. I don't know if I particularly like it as a film. I think I watched the Herzog film beforehand as well. You know, like Grizzly Bear. And so when it came in, I was like, this doesn't explore deeper meanings of the human psyche.
I don't know what I'm learning here.
Yeah, I know.
It's just colours.
Yeah. So I mean, from what I understand from the plot around, I don't think they're putting the Red King in. Is that what?
Don't think so.
No, but like Jeff Goldblum
is playing the Games Master, or the Grandmaster, I think.
And I think that would be really cool. Like kind of a stadium kind of.
Yeah.
I hope it's not.
Lots of scenery for Jeff Goldblum to chew. In the nicest way, it looks like he's playing it very campy. But that's good. If Jeff Goldblum is very good at doing one or two things, get him to do those one or two things.
Get him to be a bit campy. That's cool. Like I think Thor needs to have a little bit of camp. Maybe not so much as the first one.
That's fine. Wear my mother's drapes.
Then, it's kind of a little bit like. yeah, it's a bit campy, and then it gets a bit dark, and it's campy and dark. I think this film was going to flow a little bit better, maybe using more of the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of feel to it.
Because they're going to, in Guardians of the Galaxy, they're going to bring all that much closer to Earth because they're setting up Infinity War now.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw some behind the scenes of Infinity War.
Yeah, and there's like Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt, Tom Holland, who's Spider-Man, and Robert Downey Jr. And it's like, oh, okay, so those three are going to be in the same scene.
That's gonna
I'm on board for that.
And it's all like kind of like big rock kind of landscape as well.
When are they going to bring in the Defenders?
I don't know.
Because they are going to be in it, we're led to believe.
Really?
Yep.
When is that film released? Like the first
No. The Defenders is the Netflix team up.
Oh, okay.
It's Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. I'm about halfway through Iron Fist.
Putting that as like, you know, what is it?
That's canon.
Canon.
That's going into the Infinity Universe.
Yeah.
Because in Daredevil and these Netflix shows, they're bringing in this sort of otherworldly, interdimensional ninja stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's obviously going to go into the extra dimensional weird stuff in the Infinity War. They're not going to leave it out. They're not going to spend all this money on it and just not... Because they think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s going to come in as well. It's the most expensive movie ever made. Infinity War. Part 1.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's like a $400 million budget.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's going to make billions.
That's gonna. But yeah, but what is it they say? If you want to make a sequel, you have to make 2.5 times what the movie cost to make. They're going to make $2 billion on Infinity War.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's one of those films I'll just turn up to, and I think loads of people just turn up to with no... I mean, I like the Marvel Universe. I kind of like... I pretty much watched all of them, but
yeah,
I'm not like a big Marvel Universe fan. But I'm there. Like,
yeah,
that's it.
You're sold.
Yeah,
and if
definitely.
people who aren't invested 20 movies deep are sold, then they are going to make billions, because freaks like me will see it 4 times.
Yeah,
and spend
definitely. And
10
then buy all
quid.
the merchandise and...
Mate, it's the only reason I bought that Black Sabbath t-shirt. It's because he wears it.
Really?
The first one, yeah. I like
you're
Sabbath,
such a
but
hipster,
I like Sabbath, but I like Iron Man more.
Oh my god. It's like when everyone suddenly got into like Rolling Stones and like Heart when they got Guitar Hero 3. Is it like that? You know, like, oh, I love this song.
Just like
Paint
that.
it black.
Yeah. Alright, let's go from Thor, but let's stay in space.
Yeah, cool.
Star Wars. I'm so glad it dropped. Me and Toby had this show planned like about 10 days in advance, and then obviously a couple of days ago the Star Wars trailer dropped and we were so happy.
I was at lunch and it happened. And it was beautiful.
I was on the bus for Thor Ragnarok.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible. I had to wear these tinny shitty headphones.
Oh.
So Star Wars, what do you think?
It looks really good. I love I don't know where to start with it. It's so much love. I think they're going to go a lot darker. It looks like that. It looks like they're going to explore a lot more to do with Jedis, other than them sitting around and talking about Jedi stuff in the fucking prequels. God, they didn't give a lot away, and I really like that. They didn't.
It smacks of it not being finished, the shooting. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we've got these scenes, put them together.
Yeah, there you go.
and make a
Like
trailer
they
of
did
those.
that with Force Awakens. I didn't go in knowing any of the major plot points in the Force Awakens,
No.
and I hope this film does that as well, because you already know what you're getting. You're getting Star Wars. It's going to be crazy good.
Yeah.
And you got a little bit of Kylo Ren with his little cut from.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be bigger. I thought he'd have like some kind of.
He's already
cyborg
kind of
thing, like-
messed up though, isn't he?
Yeah, emotionally.
Yeah.
Like,
Daddy.
yeah.
I liked it. I still don't know if I'm invested in this saga.
Mm-hmm.
This part of the saga.
Yeah.
I'm excited that Luke's there, and I'm excited that we got to see a train on the mountain with the lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dope shot. That was the best. I thought for a second they were sparring with each other, because I thought I saw 2 blades, and I was like, if that's Luke Skywalker sparring with Rey, then just take all my money. But yeah, I don't know if I'm invested. I'm gonna see it because I like The Force Awakens as much as I was supposed to.
Yeah.
I just haven't been wowed by it. I've been thrilled but not wowed, and they're 2 different things. Like I've had my sort of nostalgia fanboy tweaks and my, that sort of worked. But I don't know if I've been like, oh, okay, this is good storytelling, like you were with Empire into Jedi originally. Empire into Jedi is such a good Empire on its own, because it ends on such a downer. It's like, well, we haven't one yet, so you're going to have to come back and see another one. Very clever element of filmmaking. I don't know as I've seen it. Maybe I will, because they said that this is going to be Empire to The Force Awakens is New Hope. I
hope it's more Empire and less Attack of the Clones. Like, that kind of... I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into that debate.
Do you remember when Alec, on our very first show, Alec Wilson said that Attack of the Clones was better than Rogue One?
Oh my god.
What mic drop?
I know, like, that was pretty brutal. I mean, like, Rogue One wasn't that bad.
It wasn't great, though.
No.
Rogue One was a 6 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I'll watch it again. Probably watch it, like, every 2 years. But it's not going to be, like, every year. Probably twice a year, like Empire.
If you have a Star Wars marathon, a new... Rogue One is the one where you'll start getting all the snacks ready for Force Awakens.
Yeah.
What, A New Hope?
No, you're... Yeah, that's cool. That's alright. But you got to go through those prequels, man.
Yeah, I know. Phantom Menace is alright.
Yeah, Phantom Menace is alright.
It's just okay.
It's just...
But you can't do okay when you've had 20 years to sell a sequel.
I know, and you can't do okay in, like, the two kind of things around it and then have the one that's meant to be Empire being Attack of the Clones. You can't do that. It's like you need the sandwich, you need the bread on both sides, and you need all the fucking meat in the middle. Like,
I remember I had to write something for Pi Online about like the worst missteps in movie history, and I wrote specifically about Attack of the Clones because if that one was good, the other two wouldn't seem as bad.
Yeah.
Because if that one was good, it would have set up a better third movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it would have adhered to the rule that the second is always better from the perspective of the first movie. But the second was so poor. Attack of the Clones was such a poor film.
Yeah.
Yoda. People cheered when he walked into the
around.
cinema, and then they started jumping. It was like, "Mummy, make it stop." New Star Wars Battlefront game looks pretty dope though.
Oh yeah, that does.
Looks better than that crock of shit they put out for the Xbox One. About a
Yeah,
year
I heard
ago.
about that. That wasn't that good.
It was the
A lot of
best
people complained.
time you'd have flying an X-wing, and that was it. There's no Galactic Conquest mode.
Yeah, that was the kind of like the good bit about Star Wars Battlefront.
The best bit.
That was like my favorite like game.
Played
It's to this
Instagram.
day. Like I've scratched the disc up, so I can't.
Oh no!
I
Was it
know.
like a hate crime? You just
No, I just
stealing
played it.
your life.
I just played it so much, even when I was a bit drunk, and I think I just scratched it so much it doesn't work. So
I'm excited for all that.
yeah, I know.
Let's end on Justice League. Have you seen the new trailer with
yeah.
the 2 song drops?
Yeah.
Are you excited for this film
No. not
in
really.
any way? I bet you'll see it though. Or will you stream
Not
it?
in the cinema. Not in the cinema.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently it's nearly 3 hours long.
Yeah, I have no interest. Like, I kind of think like well casted on the Flash. Like he looks like a great character. I want to just see him. I don't want to.
It looks like they're using this to tee up a Flash movie.
Yeah,
which annoys me. You're supposed to use your single movies to make the ensemble.
yeah.
That's the rule. Don't try and break the rule.
No, I know they're really just trying to cram as quickly as possible.
It seems like they're trying to do in 3 trailers what Marvel did in 4 movies.
Yeah.
You know, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Well, you wouldn't need to do this, and you could maybe focus on your filmmaking if you released a fucking Aquaman movie.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Yeah, but I don't know him. I'm not invested in his character.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not cool to see him because it's like, oh, it's Aquaman. And there's no backstory. Because when Tony Stark says, if you're nothing without that suit, you shouldn't have it.
You've got the whole context of
I've
his
got 3
relationship with his suit.
I've got 3 movies. That's such
Yeah.
a beautiful... Oh, God. Get an artist in. His relationship with his suit. Yeah, that's
yeah.
good.
And also, back to Spider-Man as well. We're dealing with the aftermath of Civil War as
Yeah.
well. And that's gonna... I really hope that plays into it. With the idea that like Tony Stark is a conflicted character in that, and a mentor, and he's in one way
Yeah.
trying to lead him in a kind of a different direction to what went wrong. So good, but
Do you think... Here's one for you.
mm-hmm.
So, in Civil War, Captain America and Iron Man break off.
Yeah.
And they both recruit a member of the extended universe to their team outside of the characters you've seen. Tony Stark gets Peter Parker,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Captain America gets Hank Pym and Black Panther, but we know we're getting a Black Panther movie, which will... I don't even know what would be in that movie because we had his origin in Civil War.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, do we think that Captain America won't get a Captain America 4 and instead will appear a lot in the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie
Yeah.
that's coming up? Right? In the way that
makes
Tony
sense.
Stark is coming in a lot more into Homecoming because we don't think we're going to get Iron Man 4 because he's not signed up for any more movies. So he's then, because obviously Howard Stark worked with Hank Pym, I think, and they sort of bounced it off each other, you know, because he's got a grudge with the Starks. But
Yeah.
that Stark created Captain America, who now has to work with the creations of Hank Pym, Scott Lang, and maybe that's something that they're going to explore. I hope I'd watch that.
I
hope
would.
so.
Like, that sounds really cool. I didn't think of it like that. Like, Yeah, because I don't know where you can go with Captain America right now.
Yeah, he's done. He's
Yeah.
had his peak. His peak was
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, which was good.
Civil War was basically sorry for
filtering
Avengers
out,
2.
like, yeah. Yeah, so
I'd watch that. Like a maybe like a military heist movie. Like they get dropped into enemy territory and they have to steal something because he's a thief, and they both go small.
play
and
off
shit.
each other's kind of moral kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of the fucking Justice League.
No.
It doesn't interest me. Like I look at it and I go, wow, they've really made like Aquaman the biggest badass ever.
Yeah.
When he was the campiest fucker.
Yeah,
ever.
man,
Like,
riding the seahorse.
Yeah, I know. This big yellow and green suit. Like, no, they've put all. It seems like they put a lot of energy into making him like a badass, like with the fucking. I'm just taking this whiskey and that's cool. But I always think the DC universe are better at making trailers than films. You know?
Yeah. Maybe they should just make a series of shorts.
Yeah, they should. And they.
Super Friends vignettes.
I mean, who's the villain in the in?
Darkseid. No, shit, it's Steppenwolf, I think, or Darkseid. Steppenwolf is a henchman of Darkseid.
All right.
So presumably Steppenwolf, because they have the mother boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's that whole universe. That's that whole storyline.
Yeah.
But again, I don't care about Cyborg
No, I don't.
because I've
think-
not seen him. I saw a trailer within a film in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Webb.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, I don't really know Cyborg as a character anyway. And
Yeah,
I don't.
he's in the Teen Titans. I know him from that cartoon on Teen Army.
Yeah, I kind of saw like
Booyah!
pictures of him when I was a kid as this cartoony character, but I have no investment, and the character in the trailers, which we have to, judge it on.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just like, oh, he's a cool. He'll be cool at punching things, maybe.
Yeah,
'cause he's
he has
a
that
robot.
arm blaster.
Yeah, that's cool. But
It's not
yeah.
great. J.K. Simmons is in it though as Commissioner Gordon.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That was
bit.
good.
That was cool.
That was an enjoyable few
Yeah, I
frames.
know. Yeah, that bit of the trailer. We should just watch trailers with. I mean, that's what we've been doing here. We should just with the DC universe. We should just
Watch
give
the
our
trailers. It would have been great. Suicide Squad would have been amazing.
Yeah, it was a great trailer.
Great trailer.
Yeah, great soundtrack. That one song.
Well, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, I know. What was the other thing? Like, I like the line where he's just like, "What's your superpower?"
I'm
to
rich.
Batman.
That is good.
That's cool, but then you kind of think like, Batman is a bit of a dick in this universe now, isn't he?
Kills
Like,
baby straight up knives are fucking
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, I know.
Batman vs Superman last hour, which is
Yeah.
basically the last third.
And there's a Batman film coming out, isn't there? And
He's really not happy with it.
Affleck's backing out, isn't he?
He's I remember when he was writing, directing, producing. Then he was just writing, and acting. Then he was just writing, directing, and acting. Then he was just directing and acting. And now he's not writing, and they're thinking he's going to try and pull out. And they're teeing people up to play Nightwing because they think they're going to have to replace Batman
Yeah.
and put Nightwing in his place.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I don't know.
To quote Sean Connery, shocking.
Also, I didn't like the fact that they just stuck in. I didn't like, Come Together by the Beatles being all.
It
Like,
wasn't the Beatles
souped
version.
up.
It was
Yeah.
the Michael Jackson version.
Yeah,
I
no.
think.
It was a trailer.
Yeah, Parademons, cool.
Yeah, cool. That was cool. I've got nothing more to say.
I've got
about
nothing. I
No,
feel so
I'm
indifferent towards this film.
I don't care. Like, I'm almost a little bit care about Wonder Woman. Like, I think that's cool.
That's a good trailer. Well, again,
Yeah, trailer. There you go.
there you
We
go.
don't know.
Two good trailers.
We have nothing to go on other than those two awful films that they've made so far.
Chris Pine was all right. 3 awful films because you have Man of Steel. That wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, Man of
and
Steel.
BVS.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like, listen, share, subscribe. We're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and SoundCloud. This has been Thinking Out Loud.